Welcome everyone to Sarah and Jeremiah's wedding. I'm Jeremiah's brother. I'm not a professional doing this. I'm a little bit nervous, but the flower girl actually before the wedding gave me a pointer. She says when she gets nervous, she says something and it always makes her feel a lot better. So I'm going to try it. She says, I'm Violet, I'm Violet, I'm Violet! I do feel better. So when we were planning this wedding, both of these folks came up with some adjectives to describe how they wanted the wedding to be. Jeremiah, he said that he wanted the wedding to be authentic and genuine and original. And Sarah, she said she wanted the wedding to be fun and light and family-oriented. And I didn't even think it was a little bit ironic that both of you chose adjectives that kind of perfectly describe who you are as people. And also, I think it kind of reflects the fact that you both want to bring the best parts of yourself here today to this wedding and to share that with each other for the rest of your lives and with all these folks here. So the lofty goal to create a wedding as authentic and genuine and original as Jeremiah and as happy and light and family-oriented as Sarah, that came about that day, and you guys can tell me how I did later. So to start us off, Grace, Jeremiah's sister, will kick off the ceremony by reading an original poem that she wrote for the occasion.
For love he will live, soften sharp edges, caress the depths of tenderness and surrender. For love she is his, quick-witted and tall, glitter and giggles glisten across ocean's curls. Her essence trickles into his cup. He drinks the lavender sap and feels a rush. The soft purr of a kitten, the swish of brushstrokes across canvas, a flurry of golden locks, pastel marbles spiral to infinity. Years fall away, flickering lights illuminate tired eyes. Tears and laughter meld together on a golden timeline, ravishing what's left of California. And still the wind blows south, beckoning new horizons, soft earth, coconut pulp and mangoes, a place to call home. For now they stand together, poised at the helm, his arm around her waist like they always do, interlocked. The bow rocks to the slow beat of pulsing waves. Suspended horizons glow, and for a quiet moment they look peaceful.
So now we have Sarah's parents, Tom and Paula. They're going to read two passages from the letters of Paul.
Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing. It rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. As for prophecies, they will pass away. As for tongues, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will pass away. This is what real lasting love looks like and how to demonstrate it to others. It is a kind, strong, patient, enduring, and humble kind of love that's different from what you may experience on a regular basis. It's the way that God loves you and the way he desires for people to love each other.
And tall, but not quite that tall. So from Philippians 2, chapter 2, verses 2 and 4, complete my joy by being of the same mind, having the same love, being in full accord and of one mind. Do nothing from selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility count others more significant than yourselves. Let each of you look not only to his own interests, but to the interests of others. In life and in marriage, the Bible calls you to be unified with your spouse. And that will mean, at times, laying down your own way, pride, or selfishness. When you lay down your own agendas, rights, and way for your partner's sake, your life and marriage will become a picture of the sacrifice God made for us through Jesus Christ.
Now it's Jeremiah's parents' turn. So Michael and Marilyn will read 3 poems, and Stephen will read a children's story.
Rainier Maria Rilke on love. For one human being to love another, that is perhaps the most difficult of all tasks. The ultimate, the last test and proof. The work for which all other work is but preparation. Rudolf Steiner on faithfulness. Create yourself a new indomitable perception of faithfulness. What is usually called faithfulness fades away quickly, yet this will be your faithfulness. You will experience moments, brief moments with your loved one, in which they will appear to you as if filled, illuminated with the purest archetypal form of their spirit. And there may be, and indeed there will be other moments, periods of time when they appear to become dried up and darkened. But you will learn to say to yourself at such times, I remember their pure form, their pure archetype. I saw it. No illusion, no deception shall rob me of it. Always struggle for the image that you saw. This resting struggle is faithfulness. Striving thus your faithfulness, striving thus for faithfulness, you shall stay close to one another, as if endowed with the protective powers of the angels.
These three poems have a very special meaning to my heart, as they were all recited at Michael and my wedding. This one is by Khalil Gibran. You were born together, and together you shall be forevermore. You shall be together when the white wings of death scatter your days. You shall be together even in the silent memory of God. But let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heavens dance between you. Love one another, but make not a bond of love. Let it rather be a moving sea between the shores of your souls. Fill each other's cup, but drink not from one cup. Give one another of your bread, but eat not from the same loaf. Sing and dance and be joyous, but let each one of you be alone. Even as the strings of the lute are alone, though they quiver with the same music. Give your hearts, but not into each other's keeping, for only the hand of life can contain your hearts. And stand together, yet not too near together, for the pillars of the temple stand apart, and the oak tree and the cypress grow not in each other's shadow.
Thank you, Mary. A short chapter from Frog and Toad by Arnold LaBelle. My sons grew up with these. It was October. The leaves had fallen off the trees. They were lying on the ground. I will go to Toad's house, said Frog. I will rake all of the leaves that have fallen on his lawn. Toad will be surprised. Frog took a rake out of the garden shed. Toad looked out of his window. These messy leaves have covered everything, said Toad. He took a rake out of the closet. I will run over to Frog's house and will rake all of his leaves. Frog will be very pleased. Frog ran through the woods so that Toad would not see him. Toad ran through the high grass so that Frog would not see him. Frog came to Toad's house. He looked in the window. Good, said Frog. Toad is out. He will never know who raked his leaves. Toad got to Frog's house. He looked in the window. Good, said Toad. Frog is not home. He will never guess who raked his leaves. Frog worked hard. He raked the leaves into a pile. Soon Toad's lawn was clean. Frog picked up his rake and started home. Toad pushed and pulled on his rake. He raked the leaves into a pile. Soon there was not a single leaf left in Frog's front yard. Toad took his rake and started home. A wind came, perhaps Hurricane Hillary. It blew across the land. The pile of leaves that Frog had raked for Toad blew everywhere. The pile of leaves that Toad had raked for Frog blew everywhere. When Frog got home, he said, tomorrow I will clean up the leaves that are all over my lawn. How surprised Toad must be. When Toad got home, he said, tomorrow I will get up and work and rake all of my own leaves. How surprised Frog must be. That night, Frog and Toad were both happy when they each turned out the light and went to bed.
So thank you again to Grace and all the parents. That was awesome. So one more round of applause for these guys. Not easy to do that. Thank you also to all the family and friends who are gathered here today. You all have put in work to get these two people where they are today, like Frog and Toad. We also like to acknowledge all the family who have passed away. To name a few, Sarah's grandparents, Betty and Bill, and Polly and Bill, and Jeremiah's auntie Di, cousins Jason Bissonette and Jason Williams, and friend Raphael. We wish you were here. So Sarah and Jeremiah have worked hard together in building a strong relationship, and today we witness that love becoming more permanent. In reality, though, we're celebrating something that already exists, something that you guys have built for years. For years, this couple has laid the foundation for a love as deep as the ocean and as solid as the earth. The first time I met Sarah, she was sleeping over at Jeremiah's apartment, and she went to sleep on a thin mat. It was on a concrete floor, and it was surrounded by unfinished drywall with the dust dripping off of it. And what was more remarkable than her level of endurance of the never-ending construction that happened in this apartment, how many years of construction? At least 3 years of construction constantly in this apartment without a proper bed to lay in, is that every day she went to bed dog-tired, having worked right alongside Jeremiah, or actually in front of Jeremiah, okay? And every morning she woke up happy. And she epitomized the first reading by showing that love is indeed patient and kind. Every culture has a way of bonding couples together, just as each couple finds their own way to best love each other. Across cultures, marriage is a special ritual, although some of the details vary. In the second reading, Paul writes about the joy of being of the same mind. And this is now sort of the audience participation portion of the ceremony. So everybody shake out your legs. I want every couple to stand up if you're a couple. And it's sort of a science experiment of sorts, okay? So I want you guys to stand back to back so that you cannot see your partner, okay? And I'm going to ask you some questions about how often you bask in the glow of being in total agreement with your partner. So you can raise your hand if you do this on a daily basis. Anybody bask in the glow of total agreement with their partner on a daily basis? How often do you bask in the glow of being in total agreement, being of the same mind with your partner? Is this on a daily basis? 1, 2, 3, raise your hands now. Okay. If this is on a monthly basis, you can raise your hands 1, 2, 3 now. Okay. Okay. If this is on a yearly basis, go ahead and raise your hand. Okay, that's my wife in the background. Thank you. Thank you for that. And if you have not basked in the glow of being of the same mind since you were in these shoes right here on the stage, you can just pat yourself on the back, okay? I'm not going to tell, but you can do a little dance. And I don't want you to hitchhike home anyway, so do that dance later. So, you can sit down now. Thank you much. So hopefully on the big stuff, you guys agree, right? And it's pretty normal to have some disagreements on basically everything else. But we can learn to disagree without hurting each other. I love you, and I just think differently on this topic. Get to know these words. Khalil Gibran writes, "Sing and dance and be joyous. And also, let each one of you be alone. Let there be spaces in your togetherness." So clearly, the readings kind of disagree, right? They disagree about the value of independence in a marriage. Now, Jeremiah is one of the most fiercely independent people that I know. Some people, they call him a maverick. Some people, they call him a visionary. We just call him Scooter Boy. It's true. But no matter what you call him, he has a way of sharing his own independent vision and making you eventually have the same mind. He's gifted in the art of sales. Or you could say his passion is contagious. Frog and Toad each show selflessness and altruism and express love through their hard work for each other. Both of these characters love without any promise of getting that love returned. Sarah and Jeremiah have worked hard to create and build their businesses, to foster friendships, along with kittens, to remodel the home that they currently live in. They have loved each other through highs and lows of upstart and from one coast all the way to the other. Soon, their relationship will take on a new meaning as they look to spend the rest of their lives together. As Rilke says, they now begin the work for which all other work is but preparation. The differing perspectives on love in these readings are like the Indian parable of the blind man and the elephant. Each perceives only a small piece of the elephant. One grabs the tail and believes that the elephant is like a rope, and another pushes on the side and thinks that the elephant is like a wall. The third grabs the ear and thinks the elephant is like a fan. And in fact, the truth is that they're all correct. After so many years of dating and having built a relationship that has survived storms, both emotional, financial, and literal, and maybe also one coming up in a few hours, one thing is certain about this couple. They both know each other well. They both see and accept the flaws in each other. And neither will be surprised tomorrow when they wake up in bed with an elephant. So, in Hawaii, there is a tradition called the Ho'oponopono, which includes 4 simple statements that heal the soul. These 4 statements reflect heartfelt apology, genuine forgiveness, sincere gratitude, and true love. In the best marriages, these phrases are used often. And in fact, I said some of these things last night to my wife. But when used together, they can be a powerful tool for healing. They are, "I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. And I love you." Before the vows, I will ask Sarah and Jeremiah to repeat these 4 phrases, but all of you in the audience can also repeat along with them. If you're with someone you love, you can look deeply into his or her eyes. If there's someone who has hurt you, who is not here, you can imagine embracing that person. If you need to tell these words to yourself, know that you're worthy, and please do that. So Sarah and Jeremiah, you're facing each other. So along with your friends and family, please repeat after me. "I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. And I love you." Let these words become like a mantra for you to repeat throughout your long life together, and never hesitate to say one or all of these phrases to each other. May I have the rings, please? Thank you. That's our other brother, Noah, by the way. Good job. Sarah and Jeremiah, since it's your intention to marry, please join your hands. Sarah, please start by saying your vows.
Jeremiah, we were just two dumb young kids when we met. Together over the last 10 years, we have experienced some of life's highest highs and lowest lows. We've sailed the ocean together, we remodeled our apartment together, we've fostered countless kittens together, we've built our dreams together, started companies together, lost businesses together, narrowly escaped death a few times, narrowly avoided filing bankruptcy, had some of our lowest lows and our highest highs. No matter what comes our way, we seem to make the perfect team to figure out a way through it. I promise to love you endlessly, to be the sounding board and cheerleader for your ideas. I promise to love, care for, and defend our little family, whether animals or humans. I promise to kill all the bugs for us, especially the grasshoppers. I promise to dream big with you. I promise to work towards continual growth and self-improvement. And I promise to stick together no matter what.
Sarah, having said these vows, place this ring on Jeremiah's finger. Not the ringer, the finger.
The other one.
Oh, the other one, the big one.
The manlier one.
Oh, yeah. Now, Jeremiah, it's your turn to say your vows.
When I asked you to marry me, I said I was just a silly boy lost in this world until you made me yours. And growing up together was the greatest joy of my life. And I asked you to marry me at one of those lows, one of the lowest points. And it seemed like all was lost. And we were looking at each other and you said, "It's okay, sweetie. If we lose everything, it's okay because we have each other. We built it once and we'll just build it again." And that was 5 years ago, 5-year engagement. I know there's been sort of this idea at points of, does it really matter that we're getting married? We've been together so long. We're essentially married. We're connected in every single way. Is this just a formality? Is this just something to make our parents happy and get them off our back? But for me, it's not. This is something new and special and additive on top of everything we've already done together. This is just our new adventure. And so I vow to begin every day asking myself, not what can I get out of our marriage, but what can I put into our marriage? I never take your love for granted. I vow to treat you as an equal in our marriage so we can make sober and sound decisions together. I vow not to take unnecessary risks that put myself, our marriage, or our family in physical, financial, or emotional harm.
Get that one in writing.
So I will not be getting my helicopter pilot's license, becoming a volunteer sheriff's deputy, even though I really wanted to. I vow to stay physically, mentally, and emotionally strong in order to protect and provide for our marriage and family. And I vow to ask for help when I feel weak. And I vow to put the same passion, energy, and excitement into you and our marriage and our family that I put into new ideas and starting a business and playing ultimate frisbee and e-foiling and one-wheeling. Now, you're my biggest passion. You're my one wheel. I'm gonna approach being a husband as I approach any other passion. Is I'm gonna be the best that I can be, and I'm gonna be the best husband that you deserve.
So now, Jeremiah, having said these vows, you can place the ring on Sarah's finger as a symbol of your commitment to her. You've already done that. So, Sarah and Jeremiah, this is the blessing part. May the love you share be as gentle as a breeze and as strong as the sun. May you both be patient and kind, humble and open-hearted, and count the other's needs as more significant than your own. May your love flow like a river and contain the multitudes of the ocean. May you be as solid as the earth and share the joy of being in the same mind about the things that really matter. At the same time, may you be like a cypress and an oak tree, able to stand apart, roots intermingling and providing shade for all that rest under your canopy. May you find humor and joy in each other and continue to express love through hard work. May you perceive each other in fullness and reveal yourselves fully and never shy away from truly knowing one another. Sarah and Jeremiah, you both are an extension of the great mystery which is within all things and beyond all things. And now you will forever be connected. So, you've made your solemn vows to each other in front of your friends and your family here today, and I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride. I forgot to hide behind the tree for the photographer. So, anyway, isn't this when the music starts, or? Oh, sorry. No more of that. You guys got plenty of time.
to have been where I have been, lucky to be coming home again.
On behalf of our family, I'd like to officially welcome Sarah into our family. Thank you. When Jeremiah asked me to give a toast, I considered sharing any number of embarrassing or adventurous stories from his childhood, teenage years, or adulthood. I considered telling you a story of his relentless enthusiasm, bravery, and vision. And if you're curious about those stories, I'll be at the bar in a minute. I've told those stories 1,000 times and will continue to. Reliving stories of shared experience, where your brother is either the hero or the villain, is part of being a big brother. I have a different story that I want to share that I've told in pieces, but never all at once. This is a story about Sarah. In 2017, Jeremiah asked me to quit my job and join him and Sarah at Upstart, a company they had launched to create accessible housing for young people in Los Angeles. Sarah was the first person Jeremiah convinced that Upstart was a good idea, and although I wasn't second, I was very close to that. Upstart's concept lived on the boundary between innovative and crazy, as do most companies that have the potential to change the world. I agreed to fly to and from LA every week to work with Jeremiah and Sarah. I effectively became their part-time roommate, sleeping on their couch 3 or 4 days a week in an apartment that, as you know, was always under construction. Sarah took this development, living with her boyfriend's older brother, in stride, welcoming me into her home and into her company. With Jeremiah as its creative force, the company had a lot of energy and grew very quickly. We worked from dawn to dusk. Since Jeremiah was often on a fad diet, eating nothing but cheese or a dozen egg whites, Sarah and I were often left to fend for ourselves and cooked. One of my favorite memories of Sarah was when she learned the importance of heating the water before adding the pasta. That still makes me laugh. As the company grew, so did the number of problems. The need for creative solutions gave way to the need for practical, well-executed solutions. Sarah became the CEO and my boss. Sarah solved incredibly hard problems gracefully, negotiating with landlords, residents, neighbors, and the government. Sarah embraced the big jobs and the little jobs, as willing to take out the garbage as she was to make the big decision for our company. She sought insight when needed, but never deflected accountability for decisions. In some cases, people would try to get Sarah or Jeremiah to take a particular position that the other one disagreed with. That never worked. When circumstances conspired to drive them apart, Jeremiah and Sarah were always on the same team, working together for the same goal. In 2017, when I saw Jeremiah and Sarah together every day, I knew that a wedding day would come. They were and continue to be partners in every way. Although I expected it to come a lot sooner, but COVID and life got in the way. In 2017 and in the years since, I've seen the characteristics in Sarah that would make her an exceptional friend and an exceptional boss to me and partner to Jeremiah. I respect these characteristics and work to emulate them professionally and to strengthen my marriage and relationships. These characteristics serve Sarah, Jeremiah, and their family. And I want to acknowledge what Sarah taught me because I think that they are a powerful reminder for those in relationship. First, work hard. Although building a family is a labor of love, it is labor and requires work. The more effort you put in, the more you get out of it. Next, embrace the big jobs and the little jobs. When building a life, details matter. Take out the trash when needed. Give your partner credit when credit is due. Acknowledge your partner's contributions and work to harmonize your efforts with theirs. And finally, remember what team you're on. Stay united in purpose and vision when the world conspires to drive a wedge between you. Jeremiah and Sarah, your family and friends, celebrate your partnership and acknowledge the effort, purpose, and joy that you put into your relationship. We are inspired by how enthusiastically and authentically you love each other. To Jeremiah and Sarah.
All right. Well, I'm going to embarrass Sarah a little bit, but anyway, thank you all for coming today to celebrate the union of Sarah and Jeremiah. Thank you so much for coming. As I look at Sarah in her lovely wedding gown, and it is truly stunning, I can't help but reflect. Go ahead, clap. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yeah. I can't help but reflect on the girl she was. Putting barrettes in my hair as I was napping. Remember those days? Letting her beat me at Clue or Monopoly, or maybe not. We were very competitive. Catching her first fish at Shaver Lake, and then she says, "Daddy, can you gut and clean it for me?" And then getting married to our cat Jasper every day after school. That was exciting. And now the beautiful woman she has become. She became Daddy's girl on the first day I first held her in my arms, and has always been my princess. All through her life, she has brought me joy to her mother and I, and while not every day she has been perfect, the love I feel for her has been. And today, she has joined hands with a wonderful young man, Jeremiah, and in addition to the sparkle I have always seen in her eyes, today I see a love and joy that are beyond anything I have seen thus far. She and Jeremiah today have completed each other as they become a new family. So please join me today in wishing Sarah and Jeremiah every happiness possible and a long and joyful life together, husband and wife. Yes. Salute.
So, my son, Jeremiah, I have always thought of him as being born under a lucky star. Through all the adventures, misadventures, and risky escapades, he always seems to land on his feet and create magic. He always goes all in for all his passions. When I first met Sarah, she was so sweet and so soft-spoken, I could barely hear half of what she was saying. She's so easygoing, but I was concerned about a possible match because of Jeremiah's exuberant temperament and wondering if she would be overshadowed by it. Then Upstart happened, and Noah told you about that ingenious co-living housing program. I went to Los Angeles once to help them open their 4th or 5th location with 100 people who were going to show up the next day and lots to do. And I truly saw Sarah's skills and her incredible intelligence and competence. And most importantly, I saw that even with her gentleness, Jeremiah would often defer to her. And it was clear that she melted his heart. And he would defer to her wisdom and her judgment. And then I knew they would be a good match. So when the devastation of the pandemic hit and their baby Upstart hit bottom, at one point in the midst of his despair, Jeremiah called me, literally hyperventilating, and his deepest concern was for Sarah's well-being. And he knew the tremendous toll that was taking on their health. At that point, I knew she was the one. So being together 24/7 doesn't always work out in relationships, but clearly it works out for them. And I have tremendous admiration for their resilience, their incredible effort to regain their health, their fresh start that they've made, and for reinventing their lives. And I'm so grateful for their commitment to family.
I think everyone's hungry, so I just want to thank Tom and Paula and everyone who came here. This wouldn't be possible without Tom and Paula. They found this incredible location and are providing dinner for all of us tonight. And Courtney wanted to say something too. So thank you for continuing to be a driving force to make sure Sarah makes an honest man out of me.
All right, so everyone, please forgive me. I was so focused on all of the things I learned about being a maid of honor from the movies that I forgot the main one, so I just wrote this, but I think it's pretty good. So it's not hard to write about their relationship. All right, so here goes. Someone asked me yesterday how Jeremiah, I just made you a couple name by accident, how Jeremiah and Sarah and I became friends. I actually described the night we all met more in terms of an adoption. I was tending bar near the offices where they worked, and apparently, as she told me later, Sarah decided that, much like a kitten in a window, they should take me home. I agreed, and we hung out after my shift that very night, and we've been friends ever since. And even though our second friend hang involved Sarah and I contracting salmonella together, it only cemented our friendship. And I am so privileged today to be more than just a foster, but to have been chosen as part of their Friend Forever family. I have loved watching the progression of events that led to today. From Jeremiah's incredibly elaborate, fully choreographed proposal, always the visionary, to the engagement party where I both learned that even with a fake mustache, Sarah is maybe one of the most photogenic people that have ever walked this earth, to being careful of tequila-infused punch bowls, to having the honor to be chosen by Sarah, once again, as her maid of honor, to finally today watching Jeremiah's ridiculously goofy happy face as Sarah walked down the aisle, which we all saw, to honestly every moment has been an inspiration and a joy to watch. I think, however, the perfect way to describe how confident I am in the long and successful future of this marriage is by describing Sarah while I applied her makeup this morning. Yeah, sorry, Sarah, that this is happening. She was anxious about everything, from the wind to making the right decision regarding plastic tarping to whether her makeup would get smudged or her hair would get in her face or she would trip. But she never once worried about whether she was making the right decision. Everything in their world can be chaotic. They can worry about anything and everything, and they do, but they never question, they never doubt, and they never worry about their love for each other. So, to them.
Please join me in prayer. We thank you, Lord, for giving this beautiful couple a wonderful way to celebrate their union and commitment. We ask that you bless their future together. Please give them happiness and joy for the rest of their days together, and let love triumph over their hardships and grievances. As they build and establish a home together, please help them strengthen their love, patience, and commitment to one another. Please remind them of your sovereignty during good and bad times. May the relationship with you strengthen so that they deepen solely on you. We thank you for the food we're about to share. In Jesus' name, amen. Let's eat.
Let's all celebrate and have a good